Tyler Matheson has the latest on some of the 13F filings hitting the tape right now. Tyler.
All right, let's talk a little bit about Steve Cohen and SAC Capital. Some big changes here. New stakes taken in Express Scripts and Facebook, of all things. I guess you'd say maybe he bought in there after that opening and got it at a nice price. Let's move on. He has increased his stakes in Accretive Health, Aeropostal, and Amazon. Also increasing stakes in Broadcom, Cablevision, and Cameron. Also increasing stakes in Costco, decreasing stakes in American Eagle. Take notes, folks. American Eagle, decreasing stakes in AmerisourceBergen, Hewlett-Packard, Honda Motor, and Cisco Systems. Got that? All right, let's move on to Soros. Tell you what he did. Soros Management Holdings, he has taken a new stake in Facebook, one presumes, right around the time of the opening, because these numbers, remember, go through the 29th of June. Also dissolving, this is Soros, his stakes in Amazon.com and JP Morgan Chase, dissolving stakes in Goldman Sachs, and increasing stakes. That would be it. That's it for Soros. So dissolving stakes in two of the big money center banks, Goldman and JP Morgan. All right, and Berkshire, we talked to you about Berkshire in the last hour. We'll just mention two things: new stakes in Phillips 66 and National Oil Well Varco. All right, that's it.
Tyler, thanks for crunching all of that for us. We appreciate it. Now, what stands out to me, at least just on the onset here, Facebook. Not just SAC and Soros taking new stakes in Facebook, but it's also Tiger Management taking a new stake in Facebook, 1.96 million shares earlier today. And that sort of begs the question, well, you wonder first where they got in on this thing. But second of all, you know, with the valuation down so sharply from its IPO price of $38 a share, is there some value here at 20?
Well, you know, $31 for the stock at the end of the second quarter. We don't know where they got in. But again, on some level, there were a lot of money managers. I have some good friends that are CIOs of family offices, and they had a lot of their clients that wanted to own this. And they rightly said, you know what, hold back. And then they felt like geniuses by buying the stock 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago. And you know, it's been a really tough sled. So I think that people really are still uncertain about the valuation here. And that's why I think you have to wait for this thing to settle out.
One of the things I always think about when I hear about SAC's filing is 5 weeks ago, 6 weeks ago, I guess it was 45 days ago, that they, this is a snapshot of the portfolio then.
At that moment in time.
And for, I don't know if they're long-term holders for some of their stuff, but I think they could have been in and out 3 or 4 times, and it doesn't really tell us anything. For some of the other holders, I think it's maybe a little bit more telling.
Such as like a Soros and Tiger.
For me, someone like a Lone Pine, that is what I think of a long-term investor. To see someone like that take a Facebook stake, I don't know if they have or haven't, I haven't seen their filing yet. That's more interesting to me than someone who may be trading around it.
Pete, what have you seen in terms of the options activity on
Put buying.
Put buying, okay.
I mean, as an owner of Facebook, I'm not happy to say this because I've owned this stock, and unfortunately, it just continued to go to the downside. I continue to sell some upside calls. I've actually taken a little bit of a dent out of the pain that I've taken, but not enough. And the put buying just continues to be literally 2 to 1 almost every single day. So there's a lot of people out there betting against whether or not we've reached the bottom yet. And when you look at where they're buying the puts, they're not buying necessarily at the money or even close to the in the monies. I'm talking about out of the money put buying just continues to accelerate in this name.